Professor Black Ops. You see it. Let's get it. PHP, programming language. Somebody created malware attacking Facebook credentials. Super interesting article. Let's look at it. They got diagrams of some attack vectors and everything. So let's get in there and start breaking it up. Let's see. New PHP information stealing malware targeted Facebook accounts. Once again, new PHP information stealing malware targets Facebook accounts. A new Ducktail phishing campaign is spreading a new, never before seen Windows information stealing malware written in PHP used to steal Facebook accounts, browser data, and cryptocurrency wallets. Be careful with those cryptocurrency wallets. Everybody's trying to steal the money. Ducktail phishing campaign was first revealed by researchers WithSecure in July 2022, who linked the attack to the Vietnamese hackers. Those campaigns relied on social engineering attacks through LinkedIn, pushing .NET Core malware masquerading as a PDF document supposedly containing details about a marketing campaign. The malware targeted information stored on browsers, focusing on Facebook accounts data and exfiltrating it to a private Telegram channel that acted as a C2 server, which is a command and control. The stolen credentials are then used for financial fraud or to conduct malicious advertising. Scholar now reports spotting signs of new activity involved a refreshed Ducktail campaign that used a PHP script to act as a Windows information stealing malware. A PHP information stealing malware. The Ducktail has now replaced the older .NET Core information stealing malware used in previous campaigns with one written in PHP. PHP is a powerful language, pretty easy to use, pretty popular. A lot of people have it too, where when you see that PHP extension, it automatically fires it up and runs it, right? So most of the fake lures for this campaigns are related to games, subtitle files, adult videos, and cracked MS Office applications. These are hosted in a zip format on legitimate file hosting services. That's one part too. They're on legitimate hosting files. You would think they would be scanning for that stuff, but hey, some of it's new. When executed, the installation takes place in the background while the victim sees checking application compatible pop-ups in the foreground, waiting for a fake application sent by the scammers to install. The malware is ultimately extracted into local app data package PXT folder, which includes the PHP exe local interpreter. Various scripts used to steal information and supporting tools are shown below. So let's dig into it. You see the PHP exe, GIF, the .ini file, DLLs, right? Dynamic CGIs and wins, right? Those are normal extensions that you would see in a PHP, but these are what? Dropping malware. So the PHP malware achieves persistence by adding a scheduled task on the host to execute daily and at a regular interval. At the same time as it generates a temp file and runs a parallel processes to launch the stealer component. So let's look into that real quick. Let's really pop it up in a different tab. So there you go. Let's break it down. So you got the consistent of the malware installer at the top. The file's hosted on a file sharing platform. You got the hacker. The victim downloads it or lures it to download the cracked file. The victim execute the installer, right, with the silent parameter. Second, generator temp file drops all the supported files and the malicious files and further initiates two processes. So that's the temp file right there. The PHP executable loads the executable and base encoding. Once again, over there is the C2 server we were talking about in the ad. Consists of a code for stealing and data and exfiltration. Then the bat file, of course, executes the php.exe. So that's really the kill chain right there and how you get the malware down too. So that's the process. Once again, I'll put the link in the article. The stealer code is obfuscated in base 64 PHP script, which is deciphered directly in memory without touching the disk, minimizing the chance for being detected. So yeah, we talk about that, right? So if you do it all in memory, usually you scan for a virus when it comes out of memory and hit the disk, right? So when it hits the disk, you gonna spin up FireEye or Norton or whatever, but this never hits the disk, right? It's running in pure memory. So a lot of times you need to scan it in memory to see if it's good, right? But once again, that's a higher level stuff. So this is it. They're highlighted in the red. Right there, we'll retry 10 times. Sending data to the command and control server should not be more than 10 times. Command and control URL goes there. So those are some of the highlights there. When you get your scanner, it's going to look for these two particular things. And realistically, they don't really look out of line, right? They just know that's the C2C, but it's a loop. You get a URL. That's a lot of people do web service calls behind the scene with that technique. So the target data includes extensive Facebook account details, sensitive data stored in browsers, browser cookies, crypto wallets, and account information, and basic system data. The collected information isn't exfiltrated to Telegram anymore, but is instead stored in a JSON website that also holds accounts tokens and data required to perform on-device fraud. So expanding the target scope now. In previous campaign, Ducktail's target employees of organizations working in the financial or marketing department of companies who would like to have permission to create and run advertisement campaigns on the social media platform. The goal is to take control of those accounts and direct payments to their bank accounts and run their own fake Facebook campaign to promote Ducktail to more victims. In the latest campaign, however, Scalar noticed that the targeting scope has been broadened to include regular Facebook users and to siphon whatever valuable information they might have stored in their account. Still, if the account type is determined to be a business account, the malware attempt to fetch additional information about payment methods, cycles, amount spent, owner details, verification status, on page, and PayPal addresses, and more. Right, so that's the Zscaler. You see the Facebook target loops through the ad manager there, looking for tokens, like they said in there. Creator Studio for Facebook business and monetization, right? So you're looking for the PayPal accounts for the business accounts. Right? Ducktail Evolution's attempt to evade subsequent monitoring by security researchers indicate that the threat actors aim to continue their profitable operations. Users are advised to be watchful with instant messages in LinkedIn and treat file download requests with extra caution, especially crack software, game mods, and cheat, right? So once again, you got to be safe out there. So you can see PHP being used for good or bad. It's a great programming language, and I think everybody should learn it. So once again, be careful. PHP malware is attacking your Facebook credentials, getting into your business account, looking for your PayPal and your crypto wallets. Once again, Professor Black Ops, please subscribe.